Paul, raise your hand. Wave at everybody. Share the good news about Jesus in Rome. Rome was 1,000 miles away across the Mediterranean Sea. God keeps his promises. So today we're going to find out when a storm overtook their boat, what Paul and his shipmates and everyone gave them quite a wild ride. So Paul was a prisoner. Hold up your chains. Julius the soldier, who was ordered to take Paul to Rome, was overseeing this whole trip. He was a centurion. He was a man in the army who was in charge of 100 other men. So today we might call him a general. Okay, in this story, Paul, the prisoners, the soldiers, along with the centurion and the sailors, were in their ship sailing across the sea to Rome. So come on out. Can I have the paddles? It's going to be a tight squeeze, as it would have been. Come on, everybody. We're going to go across the Mediterranean Sea to Rome. Stand up. Yeah. Up here we can take you. Everybody scoot forward. Scoot forward. It's going to be a tight squeeze. Very good. Very good, soldier. All right. Got in there? Everybody in? Sailor, you're in charge of the boat. You got to close the door. You're going to make the prisoner do it in his chains. You are one mean sailor. Runs a tight ship. Okay. As they began, the wind was blowing gently, and the waves were little and calm. They just went back and forth, back and forth. So as they sailed, they stayed close to the shore near the island of Crete. So, you know, there's not big waves. You can stay close to shore. If the waves got bigger, it might crash your boat, so that's not a good thing. Suddenly, a big wind came up and started rocking the ship. Everybody, rock this way. Rock this way. It started rocking the ship. So far, so good. It's normal. You're on the boat. It's going to be rocky. Soon, the wind got stronger and stronger until there were huge waves, huge over-your-head waves. The storm got worse and worse and worse. The sailors did everything they could to stop the boat from sinking. They started to throw their cargo overboard. Sailors, come to the front of the boat and just throw those cargoes over the side.
No, we're good.
Pick them up, throw them overboard. Yeah, throw them that way. Throw them overboard. Throw them overboard. Yes, or the waves.
Don't squish the waves.
Okay, pretty soon, the sailors, the soldiers, and the prisoners all lost hope. They said, repeat after me, "This is hopeless. We're going to die." All right, what? Dahlia is not, she's not the only one. You think you're that strong. You guys, I didn't know. Say, "This is hopeless." Oh no, you gotta be. Like, go ahead, we hear it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go! We're going to die! You gotta be louder. I can't hear you, and I'm hearing nothing. You don't seem very hopeless. See, this is hopeless.
This is hopeless.
Thank you. over children. I still hear voices. Okay. So Paul stood up and he said, "Take heart, there's hope." He explained that God sent an angel who told him not to be afraid. Paul didn't make this up. He wasn't just trying to be a positive thinker. God sent an angel to tell Paul it's going to be okay. And God promised that all of the people on board, all 276 people that were on board, way more than our play, were going to live. Now, if you look with your eyes, they saw the waves. They saw the clouds. See on the blinds. They saw the situation didn't look very hopeful, but God promised it would be okay. Are God's promises sure? Yes. Does it depend what it looks like? No. So, day after day, night after night, the wind blew and the waves were wild. On the 14th night of the storm, the sailors come to the front of the boat so that the audience can see. They were whispering among each other, and they figured out, hey, we've got a lifeboat down there. Let's take the lifeboat and go to shore. Forget these people. This ship's going to sink. Let's just go out. So whisper among yourself and point down the side. There's a little life raft down there that didn't make feet. So, all right. And they said to one another, let's escape. Say it really loud. Say, let's escape. Let's escape. So they were going to sneak off the ship on the small boat. Okay, you can rest your arms. Are your arms tired? It's tiring, isn't it? It's exhausting. Okay, you can rest. But without the sailors who knew how to work the boat and the sails, everybody would definitely die. God needed them to stay, right? So Paul told Julius about their plan. He kind of overheard it. It was quite cramped on that boat, and he overheard their plan. So Paul told Julius about their plan, and the soldiers cut loose the boat and let it sail away to keep the sailors on. Thank you, soldiers. So now the sailors couldn't escape. Now, no one had eaten in 14 days. Paul said to everybody, have hope. Say that, Paul. Eat and live. So take some bread. No, you gotta take some and eat, and then share it with everybody on board. So Paul took some bread, all right? Then he folded his hands, he bowed his head in prayer, and he gave thanks to God. And Paul began to eat. That gave everyone hope. If you're going to die, why would you eat? But if this guy's eating, he must have hope. So the others all decided they'd have hope too. They ate some bread. You could pass it around. And that gave them hope. You know, we eat bread in church. I think there's a connection here. We'll get into that later. Okay. So the next day, the sailors saw an island and tried to run ashore, but instead they hit a reef. The front of the ship was stuck, and the back of the ship was broken. Open the back of the ship, guys, by the crashing waves. Everyone shouted, "The ship is sinking!" Everyone.
The ship is sinking.
The soldiers were afraid. The prisoners will escape. Say that, soldiers. So, all right, stop. Don't escape. Their plan was to kill the prisoners. prisoner got away, you were killed. So they weren't going to even take a chance that they could swim and get away. Right? But Julius, their commander, wanted to save Paul. So Julius told the soldiers, no.
No.
Do not kill the prisoners.
Do not kill the prisoners.
And the soldiers obeyed their commander. So Julius the centurion gave another command. He said, jump!
Jump!
Everybody out!
Everybody out!
And everyone jumped overboard. Now, some could swim. Others, all right, wave makers, get your waves up. They've got to swim over here to shore. Come on. The ship started to break. There were planks in the water. Sorry, I'm going to planks in the water. So some that could swim, swam. Others grabbed a hold of a plank. And they floated. Like a life jacket. And they swam to shore.
Grab a plane.
I'm hitting my students. Swim to shore. Come on, the shore's over here.
Float.
Kick your feet, kick your legs, roll on your back. Dahlia's got the right thing. She's got the life jacket plank. What an orderly swim. Very good. And all 276 people that were on that boat lived that day. So, what we can learn from this is that where did Paul find his hope? Who gave Paul his hope?
God.
Right! Right, Liam's got it. God gives hope. And he gives hope to us. Okay, you guys can go sit down again. You can drop your props right there.